Hi, this is Jake Northey, founder of Creative Minds, here with another update. One question that comes up in a recession and economy is really what is the ROI of something like outsourcing contract work for software? This is something that I think is on a lot of people's minds, and it's come up in a few conversations. So just wanted to share my thoughts as somebody who's built a SaaS company, outsourced software development, and experienced basically all the challenges that go with growing a SaaS company. It's become very clear to me really the tactical use of outsourcing, right? What's going to help us achieve our goals faster, and why would we use outsourcing software development to achieve those goals? For SaaS companies specifically, one of the things that happens a lot during the growth phase is you'll see customers giving you feedback about things that are missing. This is the traditional product market fit phase where you're trying to find product market fit, you're trying to get customer adoption, and what will happen is you'll get a lot of pushback. I mean, there's normally the case where people are going to have objections during the sales process. That's a normal part of the process. But a lot of times, these objections will actually lose to lost sales. It's a common thing that happens, especially in early startups, because you are missing some of the key pieces of the product that people are looking for. Somebody who's gone through this process myself, one of the things that I noticed reflecting on that time of growing the SaaS company is that you're actually only able with your core team to build kind of the core components of the product. There's a lot of things that are ancillary to the core product, like integrations or reporting or all these kind of bells and whistles, notifications, alerting, things that people want that your team just doesn't have time to deliver because you're still delivering the kind of the core user journey through the product, and that's what your core development team should focus on. So what happens when you don't have these pieces early on? Well, you might lose customers in that early part, which is okay because you're still getting that feedback. You're still going to build that into your product roadmap. But for somebody who's experienced this myself, sometimes you'll see those features slip 5 or 7 years. And so the question really becomes, well, what is the ROI if we had those things earlier? What is the ROI if we were able to build a lot of that into the product day one and got some of those early sales? A lot of founders know kind of very well the valuation model for their business, but looking at a SaaS product, if I sell a product to somebody with an ARR of 1x, the value to the company, the lifetime value of that customer can really be valued at 9 to 20x, right? Because you've got that recurring revenue, you've got that stickiness of the product, you'll keep getting that revenue over time, and who knows, maybe they grow their usage, maybe that value goes up over time. So if we're looking at building something that's going to land a sale, looking at some of the costs of the software that we built, maybe 50 to 100K for a software license, all of a sudden we're talking about an ROI of $1 million just for a single customer sale. And you look at that kind of investment in a product, if you just get one customer, that could immediately pay for outsourcing of a project like that. So the way I look at outsourcing too is it's more of like a capital expenditure than an operational expenditure. What happens is you can bring somebody in to build something very important over a short period of time as kind of a capital improvement to your product, and then when they're done, they finish that project, they move on, and now you don't have operational expenditures. Your team's able to support and continue operating the product like it normally would, but you've got more built than you normally would have. So that also changes the game. A lot of people talk about runway, a lot of people talk about burn rate, and especially in a recession, everybody's looking at that. But remember, when you're outsourcing some of the software development, this isn't really an operational expenditure. It can be if you're keeping them on for a long time, but you can look at it as a capital expenditure to quickly improve the product, keep your burn rate low so you still have a long runway, but get that ROI of capturing those customers who might have some objections to missing features in your product. Hope that helps. Hope it kind of clarifies this for a lot of people who are going through this right now. I know people are looking at their existing funding and seeing how long it will last and see how long the next fundraising round will be. But it's really important to kind of understand the tactical tools at your disposal and really what are we trying to get by outsourcing some of this development. We hope you enjoyed the video today. For more tips and best practices in software development, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube and like this video.